And honestly, I feel like she got away with it. What's up, everybody? It's your girl B Octavia, and I am back with another video. If you do not know me, I'm from Washington, D.C., and I'm also an entrepreneur. Today's video will be an update on a previous video where I talked about a mother from the UK who went on a 6-day vacation with her child in the apartment alone, which led to this 20-month-old baby girl's demise. As described, she was a teenage mother at the time of December 2019 when she was arrested. Now, during the time that she was gone away from her apartment, she was on a 6-day vacation of some sort in celebration of her birthday. I forgot to mention in the previous video that the father of this 20-month-old infant was around 56 at the time of my research. Pretty old. If it's not 56, it's in the 50s, which is a whole nother problem. One big thing I see is that they labeled her a teenage mother, which is correct. She did have her child at a very young age. However, once you have a child, there is pretty much no excuse for you to not be responsible. There is no excuse in my eyes because you are out being grown, doing grown things. And this poor baby went through a lot. She developed, I believe it was pneumonia as a result of starvation. And I mean, to put your child through something like that is just unfathomable for me as a parent. And honestly, I feel like she got away with it. On the day that her daughter died, the mother of this child was trying to sell concert tickets in order to launch her modeling career. After she was arrested and she was waiting for trial, she was still attempting to launch some type of modeling career, and she strived towards becoming an ambassador for Pretty Little Thing all the way up until the trial began. She was just recently sentenced to 9 years for leaving her toddler to perish while she partied and celebrated her birthday. I have a problem with 9 years because it's like circumstantial, right? If your actions cause the death of a child and you just get 9 years, does that mean that that child only had 9 years? And that was their expiration date anyway? A child is born to have a full life. So a mother that visibly neglected her child getting 9 years is insulting to me. But we are going to remember that this is a whole different field, right? The UK is different from the US. They have different penal codes and things like that. And they go by a different law. So I guess in their eyes, it is understandable what she did. In my eyes, it's more disgraceful than a lot of things. It is cowardly. If you did not want to be a parent, that wasn't for you to decide if you was out doing grown things. If you did not want to become a parent, you had 9 months to decide for adoption, to decide for a family member to potentially raise your child for you, someone on the father's side to take that responsibility. But no, an innocent child has to suffer for days upon days without food, without seeing a person. I can't even imagine how scared that child was, not knowing what's going to happen. And anybody of any age, if you leave an animal, let alone a person, by themselves in a room, in a house, in a apartment, without food, water, communication, playtime, nourishment, doesn't everybody know what's going to happen? Especially a mother, especially a grown-up, the guardian. What type of family does she have? What is her background to where nobody is concerned where this child is, if this child is eating? The selfishness of just thinking about a birthday. I mean, some people really plan their birthdays back to back. They plan it out to where after one birthday, the day after that, they're planning for the next one. It's not that serious. And you planned your birthday to a point where you exiled your child from having proper nourishment and proper care. That's unacceptable. 9 years is not enough. She should not be able to come back out into the world and potentially be able to have another child. She should not. I'm not sure if they still do the castration of pedophiles and things like that, you know, but they should give you a pill to stop you from procreating or something. They should. Certain people should not be able to procreate and do this over and over and over again. And then you want to see a certain pattern of children dying in this person's care to give her life, or to give her a certain amount where she knows wholeheartedly not to do this again. I don't think 9 years can do that. I don't think that's any type of reform or rehabilitation. Don't think so. And it's damn sure not justice. I don't even want her to be able to come back out into the world and still be trying to focus on a modeling career. You shouldn't even have your looks anymore. Whatever looks that you think you have, shouldn't have them. You should get a certain amount of time that you've aged, grown, and matured like cheese and like wine, but not good wine, like cheap wine. Okay? Because to do that to your child, somebody that just came into your life and into this world out of, I don't even want to be graphic, but it's like out of you, and you just swiped them back like it didn't even matter, to focus on your birthday and then to focus on a modeling career. As a parent, you have to make certain sacrifices to make sure that your children are well taken care of. If you wanted a modeling career before having a child and that didn't happen, what I want you to do is focus on it around your child's schedule. Your child should be your main focus. So whatever time in between that you do have, you can do that. But if it's to do that, you have to neglect your child, you can't do it. And yeah, it'll crush you. But it's like, I'm not saying you can't do it ever. Because some women do shelve their dreams for a very long time. Don't want you to do that. But you can't do it at that moment in time. It's just not the right time for you. You have to really take the time when you have a child to figure out how to be the best mother or best parent that you can be. It's not the time to be selfish. You had time in your youth. If you were sexually active at a young age, you've done things. You've lived at least a little bit, and you'll have time in the future. That shit is crushing to some young mothers, but you gotta get a grip on it. Sometimes you are going to be bored. That's just what it is. Because I don't never want to drop the ball in taking care of what I need to take care of. That would make me feel like a completely horrible person if I'm just solely doing what I want to do. Because I have a conscience. Was born with one. Some people weren't. And that's fine, but when do you build one? To save your child's life. When do you build a conscience? That little voice in your head that stops you from being selfish. That stops you from just thinking about you and thinking about a whole nother life. It's time to be the parents that we wanted. To be the parents that we strive to be. The best. Leave your thoughts about this in the comments below. It's your girl, Octavia, and I will see y'all in my next video.